Hey, 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 beautiful humans. Welcome to FriYAY. I am your spiritual guide, friend, jokester. My name's lisalyle, and a very warm welcome to you if you're new to this channel. In order to participate in the free readings this evening, all I ask of you is to hit that subscribe button, balance the exchange, and the rest is in the hands of spirit, I would say. So I'm going to just hang out here on my own until some folks show up. I'm going to light the Palo Santo as I love to do. And yeah, how's everyone doing? The date is October. It's not October yet. It feels perhaps like October. It is September the 26th, 2025. We are on the other side of our final eclipse season of this Gregorian year, and we are now settling into the vibe of the Venusian Libra season. Libra, divine balance, orchestrated by love. So, with that being said, at this time, I'm going to ask that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, with the intention of supporting the greatest and highest good of those connecting with these messages at any time. And thank you to my team who continually encourages me to put myself out there as a being, a divine being of light, just like you are. We're the same, you and I. And so a beautiful message kept coming in today, just a little one-liner from my team, and it continued to come until I went to write it down. And this is the message. A leap of faith is never taken in vain. Love remains. So it feels like for some of us, we may be being encouraged to take some great leaps of faith. In fact, if you're here connecting with me, there's no doubt that you are being encouraged to take a leap of faith. We've been asked for quite some time to lean into this energy, to lean, to open and allow ourselves to be led via our heart into, I'm hearing a new adventure of love, a new adventure in love. And it's so hilarious because I'm just noticing one of my plants here, which is growing beautifully, but it's like an upside down heart. Sort of like a seesaw. So with that being said, perhaps you are feeling at this time that you're in this, teeter-tottery place. You're up and then you're down, and then you're up and then you're down. And when you're down, you really hit the ground and there's not much bounce. And if that's the case, if that is how you're feeling, perhaps it's time to get up and dance. Stomp things out through your feet, begin to bounce and move in your body so that you can come home to that center line, to the center point along your spine, which is your heart. The midway point, if you will, of the physical energetic system that we each are. So perhaps this is just going to be a short and sweet, me, myself, and I, and that's fine too, because the energy of today. So, oh, hey, Kiki, welcome, sis. The energy of today, which is Friday, the 26th of September. How shall we say? There's something flying around in here. there's been a call for a lot of rest today. I actually went and had a nap. I connected early this morning, did a FaceTime with my sister. That was great. And then went out, had some errands to run, went and got those done, and was home by 2. And then read for a little bit out in the sun, and really then felt the call to go and lay in my bed, and did that, and woke up around 6 o'clock, had something to eat, and then took the big dog for a nice long evening stroll. And here I am with all of you. And so there is a call to just honor however we're feeling. And I know it's been said so many times that when we're not busy doing, we may feel like we're not being productive, or that our restfulness or our need for rest isn't going to support us getting done what we need to get done. And in fact, it's almost like the more that we rest, the more that we really will be able to get done, because we need to be high functioning in society, as high functioning as the high frequency of source light. And we are in the midst of a great awakening. And it does feel like, where 2012 felt like it was like this awakening of the feminine essence of the Christ, at this time, it feels like there is an awakening within the masculine energy. And, I feel like that's really important for all of us to observe and acknowledge. I had an opportunity today. The gentleman who had helped me with my car last weekend walked by, said hi, and then did a double take back, and felt that he needed to apologize to me for something that he had said. And I'm like, no. And then he proceeded to say again, remind me of what he was, he repeated what he had said, which he was feeling that he needed to apologize for. And it was pretty, I don't know. It was like shop talk. It was guy talk, right? We were under the hood of a car. And, his apology, I said, oh, no, don't worry about that. And he said, no, I really do want to apologize, because that's not the way you speak in the company of a lady. And I was like, oh, thank you very much. I really you don't owe me an apology. And yet I want to acknowledge that, it was very nice to receive and quite admirable. And so, it's important that we begin speaking to one another again. And I'm hearing be a friend. We've really taken the time, and we've done great work in befriending ourselves along the way, and particularly where we sit today. We are sitting in a space of great strength. And strength, what I'm hearing is strength isn't hard. Strength comes from the softness of the heart. And, it's that lion heart energy. It's that ability for us to stand up for ourselves in the face of adversity, in the face of everything and anything. And there is a call at this time that we apply what we know. We've been on this spiritual path for a while. Perhaps, if you're catching this down the road, you may be just embarking upon your spiritual awakening, which is going to be hopefully an ongoing, lifelong adventure. Seeking more and more joy, seeking more and more depth in the experience of being divinely human, and of reestablishing our sacred connection to 1001. We are the reset. We are the resurrection of we are the resurrection of the light through the recognition and acknowledgement that we are the light. We are divine, and we were born to shine. And shine's not what we put on our face, although my face may be a little shiny from the rose hip oil I just applied recently. Our light shines from inside. And everything that's valuable, well, not everything that's valuable. I got to take this off. I am getting warm. Everything that is, well, many of the things that are valuable and worthwhile in life require the inner journey. So again, they're taking me back. They're like, Lisa, stop. Everything that is valuable in life begins on the inside. And so our ability to relate and connect to others obviously begins with our inner work and our ability 1111 to show up and befriend ourselves, befriend the child that lives within that just wants to come out and play, and I just frolic and play, finding joy in every day. My girlfriend and I, like I've been hooked on the Carpenters for a week now, right? And so I played some for her, and she's like, "Oh, don't you even go there with the Carpenters." Her mom was a big Carpenters fan, and so I sent her a song, and she sent back a message. "Oh, I just envision us with bare feet and long skirts twirling around and dancing out in nature." And what a beautiful image, because this is truly um, how it ought to be for all of us. And so, as we continue to go forward, we are being encouraged to meet ourselves in the middle. And perhaps there in the middle, we'll meet friends and counterparts, those who are meant to walk forward with us heart to heart. And so do not give up. And it's funny because doubt may be creeping in. You may be feeling, how shall we say, not defeated. It's not defeated. You may just be doubting. You may be doubting your intuition because you have been taking action for a long time, right? We've been taking action for a long time in the direction of our ultimate vision, if you will, our ultimate wish fulfillment, our ultimate dreams coming true. And so we've been taking steps, we've been taking the action, we've been loving up on ourselves for quite some time. And we may not be seeing in our experience that which we desire to be in our experience. And so there may be, because there are the creepy tentacles, the energies from the past that may want to get up in our space again. And so as we're in this, it feels like a very, walking the edge, walking the rim of the sacred fire. We may be, as we're doubting ourselves and these tentacles coming in, we may be like just feeling like, oh, what the heck? Just go for it. There's nothing more. I've tried, it hasn't materialized. And so the message is, don't give up before the dreams materialize, because they are indeed. And it is going to be a delight for sore eyes. And in fact, in many cases, beyond wildest dreams. When I just heard souls on fire, nurturing one another's heart's desire, the higher calling. We've all climbed our mountains. We all have within us a wellspring of information. And our wisdom is innate, And the wisdom flows from the spaces of pain healed. Wisdom is pain healed, right? Because our wisdom was buried underneath the traumas of life, the pains, the heartaches, the disappointments, the dramas, whatever. And as we clear the pathway by the journey within, we begin like through the healing, we begin to tap in, tune in to the wisdom that has always resided within. An opportunity is a knocking, and there is a great opportunity for connection and union and love and strength and joy, seeding a legacy of love. This is how legends are born. I'm hearing legend or lore, the love story that is yours. A leap of faith is never taken in vain. Love remains. And love remains in the beginning and the end, and then loops back round again. So I'm going to pull a couple. My plan was to pull some activation oracle cards for those who were here. And at this time, it doesn't seem like there's anyone here, but I'm being guided to pull some cards. And so check this out. The first card that flipped out for all of us is the miracle card. It's number 3, the Christic path. It's the Empress energy. It's creation. It is divinely feminine. It is about the masters, you and I, here to ascend through the vessel of flesh. And the ascension continues throughout this lifetime as we navigate and settle into more and more of the crystalline, the divinity of who we are. And this is like, don't give up before the miracle happens. Allow the spiritual realms, allow source, allow creation to knock your socks off, to surprise you. And, we don't like surprises. Sometimes we don't like surprises, right? We want to know. I like to know how everything's going to go. And, at 55, I can say not much has gone as I had hoped along the way. And yet here I sit today with a smile on my little face and, peace in my heart and an openness to experience more and more love. I'll never give up on love. It's what we're here for. More, more, more. More, more, more. What's that song? Anyways, what does this say? The frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves as a part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. A leap of faith is never taken in vain. And so if we've taken leaps of faith, and I know certainly within the last year, personally, this gal has taken many leaps of faith. And those leaps of faith have cleared space for the miracle, for the wishes and dreams to come through. And it's created so much space that it's almost like a very solitary energy. And to be honest, sometimes the gal in front of you wonders, what's it all for? And then this message came through, and that's perhaps what I was thinking today. What is it all for? All these leaps of faith I've taken, and yet, I don't see. And this was the message that came through. A leap of faith is never taken in vain. Love remains. Remain compassionate. 6, choice point, lovers. This is, for some of us, this is about us connecting in divine partnership with another. And it's what we came for. And yes, we have been disappointed and we have experienced hurt and pain. We have been betrayed in connections of love before. And these were karmic scores that we came to settle. Karmic karmic connections, karmic relationships that we came to work through in order to make the breakthroughs and the break frees to where we sit today. And are we ready to receive the counterpart? Are we ready to receive and witness as well as experience divine connection? I'm here for it. So I continue to trust the intuition that guides from within, and sometimes it guides externally or doesn't really guide externally, just sends little messengers, little signs, numbers, songs, you know, um, yeah, numbers, songs, birds that reminds us that love lives on. And this is a worthy investment. The investment in ourselves has been a worthy 2112. And one of my receipts in a grocery store today was 2112 as well. The divine counterpart. Don't give up. Trust your heart. A leap of faith is never taken in vain. Go for it. Opportunity knocks. Show yourself some compassion. Make a choice. Make a choice to. So many of us have spent a lot of. Rex is just giving me the eyeballs. Many of us have spent a lot of our spiritual awakening intellectualizing, trying to figure it out, trying to figure out the great mystery, trying to put into words what it actually could be, what it is. And, that's not what we're here for. We are here for the experience of awakening to 222, trusting our intuition that we are divine. As our brother Yeshua, as many greats, our brother Buddha, many greats along the way. Our fellow, our brothers and sisters, you and I, fellow humans, HUE, humans, source, light, divine. We came into this lifetime to remember that we were the light and that life was meant to be lived and experienced as delight. And so we've had to work a very long time through the trenches, the proverbial trenches, through the mosh pits of life, through the swampiness, the quicksand. When I was young, they were always showing quicksand everywhere, in cartoons and stuff. And, can you imagine at one point in time, we thought quicksand was going to be a real problem for us out there in the world? And it really hasn't been quicksand, but it's been a lot of our own, quick judgments, snap judgments. I feel good now. I'm going to do this because it feels good now. We're here in service to our eternal soul. So short-term pain, long-term gain. A leap of faith is never taken in vain. Love remains. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. That's what we're here for. And we have the sacral chakra, number 2, the sacral chakra, the space of co-creation, the space of divine connection of the physical vessels, and it's more than about sexual. In fact, there's a lot of sexually distorted energies at play, and many play within the realm of the sexual distortion, and that simply perpetuates the wounds, the pain, the triggers. It's like the feel good. Oh, I want what I want and it feels good now. Another orgasm. Yes, yes, yes. And really, what are you left with on the other side of it? And, you know, was it really that great, or were you faking it? So this is really speaking about healing. And for many of us, this speaks of we have healed. And now it's time to experience the expansiveness of true divine connection, through um, our sexuality and sensuality. Um, and it begins with intimacy, which is born of the heart space. Intimacy doesn't necessarily it doesn't have a lot to do with um, sex. It has more to do with our ability to communicate clearly with one another, to um, really, it really flows from a space of honoring the other, honoring the self, so much so that there is we how could we not honor the other? The sacral chakra. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. We are here to co create with the divine, and it is truly our time. They're just reminding me that I saw the beautiful little crescent moon out there tonight on the evening stroll. And I just had this visual of, like, the little child that is you and I sitting on the edge of that moon, sitting in the crescent of that moon, dangling our legs, fits of laughter, and really like wishing upon a star. Heaven on earth is born from the journey home to our heart. So I feel like this is it for Freebie Friday. I've been here for almost a half an hour. Kiki came in and said hi, and then it's been radio silence. So that says to me that, you know what? It's time for me to go enjoy the silence, and, sit outside under the moonlight, the starlight, and make a few more wishes, because it feels like the ones I've already made are working their way home to me. Yeah. Da, 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 da. I'll be working my way back to you, babe. Yeah. So, with that being said, perhaps we'll connect here again tomorrow evening. I'm not sure. I have something to attend tomorrow, so perhaps we'll see you again tomorrow evening. If not, I'll connect with you here again live Monday morning for some interactive messages from the angelic realms. I trust that if you have come and found this message and you're here at this point, that there's been something here that has been supportive to you. And although you weren't here with me during the live, I do indeed see you, I feel you, and I absolutely love and adore you. Thank you so much for pouring your love, first and foremost, into your cup, and then overflowing into mine. For that, I am eternally grateful currently at this time. Until next time, everyone, take good care of yourself and have a fantastic Friday. Until next time, see ya.